Karen and you're watching FAQ Friday, where I answer all of your fragrance related dilemmas. Today's question comes from Anne and she writes, I'm starting to make my own homemade organic recipes to retail, but I still struggle in getting that professional finish, as I only wish to include natural preservatives in my creations. Any suggestions or books you could recommend that would help? Anne also goes on to ask if rosemary oleoresin and vitamin E can help preserve the products in the short term due to their antioxidant properties. Well, Anne, thank you so much for asking that question. I've really wanted to do a video on this for a while because I do see quite a lot of recipes out there online and in books that don't include a preservative, and there are many people that want to do preservative-free products, and a lot of them are really putting their readers at risk, especially a lot of the DIY bloggers with no formal cosmetic science training. Not because they mean any harm by it, but just because they don't really know any better. So rather than just answering your question in a short video, I'm going to do a bit of a training session with you if that's okay. So hopefully this will help and give you a bit more of an idea of when to use preservatives in your products and what to use for the best.
So this is going to be a super quick training, as I want to keep this video as short as possible. And so what I'm going to do is cover the 3 most common questions that people ask me about preserving natural skincare products. They are, can I make preservative-free products? What's the difference between an antioxidant and a preservative? And what natural preservatives can I use in my organic products? So I'm going to talk about 2 different types of products here. The first one is anhydrous products. Now, these are products with no water added, so they are things such as facial oils, lip balms, body butters, and massage oils, bath oils, etc. So adding an antioxidant such as vitamin E to this type of product will help prolong its shelf life, and they do not need a preservative. The second type of product is an emulsion. Now, these are products with added water, so products such as moisturizing creams and lotions, where you have an oil phase, a water phase, and an emulsifier to lock them together. So adding an antioxidant such as vitamin E or rosemary extract will help protect against oxidation, but they also need a preservative to prevent spoilage and to protect against waterborne bacteria. So next we're going to talk about the difference between preservatives and antioxidants. So preservatives, what actually are they? So they are designed to kill bacteria and to prevent the growth of yeast and mold in your products. Now, every time we dip our fingers into a jar of cream, we introduce more contaminants. So it's actually better if you're making products yourself at home to put all of your creams and lotions into pump dispensers to minimise the finger contact with the product, and that does help them to last much longer. Any product that contains water must be adequately preserved, and I can't stress this enough. Oils and balms just need an antioxidant to prevent them going rancid. And airless pump dispensers, as I mentioned before, does help to minimise the preservatives needed. So what are the potential hazards of preservatives? So by their very nature, they're hazardous in high enough dosages. So we want to minimise the amount of preservatives we use in our products. And they also can, in high dosages, cause skin irritation. So it's very important to follow your manufacturer's instructions. Use the correct amount of preservative for your product to keep it from going off, but don't be tempted to use a little bit more just in case. Always stick within the advised parameters. Preservatives are designed to kill microorganisms, so it does stand to reason that they're not going to be good for us. So I personally feel that the risks to health from spoiled products or waterborne bacteria, some of which can cause blindness, can be far greater than that of the preservatives themselves. So what we have to do is just make sure that the preservatives we're using are the least harmful, and we're using them at the lowest concentration possible in order to minimise risk. So how natural is natural? People always want natural preservatives. However, as yet, there are no natural preservatives available for the home user. So some skincare companies do create products that are essentially self-preserving. So they may say that they're preservative-free. All skincare products that have water in them are preserved in some way. They have to be. But what companies can do is choose their ingredients very, very carefully to create a balance in the product. So it's a combination of ingredients that may have natural preserving qualities within them. So for example, some fragrance materials act as a preservative, so do some emulsifiers and detergents, and also using production methods that help to create that balance and that stability. They also combine that with a short shelf life, so they may have a shorter use by date on the product, and they may say that you can't keep this product more than 6 months or 12 months, just to minimize the risk of it going off. And this can mean a reduction in the levels of traditional preservatives needed, and in some cases it does dispense with them altogether. So antioxidants, so what are they? Products based on oils and waxes are not prone to microbial contamination. They'll only need an antioxidant such as vitamin E rather than a preservative. And there are many publications on and offline that quite wrongly call ingredients such as vitamin E and rosemary extract preservatives. In fact, they're not, and they will not prevent spoilage in a water-based product. So what is oxidation? Oxidation occurs when a product comes into contact with the air and it starts to break down or go rancid. It's a bit like an apple going brown if the skin's been cut, or the end of the cucumber that goes a bit wrinkly if you've just left it in the fridge overnight. No outside contaminants need to be involved in oxidation. It's just something that happens naturally as the molecules react with oxygen in the air. Keeping products in airless packaging and using antioxidants together, such as vitamin E and rosemary extract, will slow down this process. So this is going to be, as I said, a really, really quick training session for you today. So I'm just going to quickly recap what we learned. Question, can I make a preservative-free product? Yes, you can, as long as you stick to oil and wax-based products with no added water. To answer the question, what's the difference between an antioxidant and a preservative? An antioxidant prolongs the shelf life of oils and protects against rancidity. And a preservative kills waterborne bacteria and protects against mold, fungal growth and other contaminants. So what preservatives can you use in your organic products? Both the preservatives that I'm going to list below are allowed in EcoCert certified organic skincare products. Now, they're not natural in their own right, but they are allowed in organic skincare products. So the first one is Preservative Eco from Aromantic. Now, this is a liquid, you can just add this to your products. And the other one is called GeoGuard Ultra, which is from the Soap Kitchen, which is a white powder that is water soluble. So if you're making a cream or a lotion, you can dissolve this in the water phase of your lotion recipe. So you may notice that both of these websites are based in the UK, which is where I'm from, so I buy my preservatives from UK suppliers. However, both of these preservatives are available from companies worldwide, so check out these links and have a look at the ingredient listings for both of them, and then just type them into Google and no doubt you will find a supplier in your own country. I know there are loads of places in America that sell both of these preservatives, so you shouldn't have any problems at all. So I hope that training was helpful, and don't forget, if you like this video, like it, share it, leave me a comment below either on my blog at karengilbert.co.uk, or if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave me a comment below. And don't forget to either subscribe to the YouTube channel or sign up on the mailing list at karengilbert.co.uk to get these videos directly into your inbox every Friday.